Welcome to another hour of surprises. But before we get cracking, I need your help. Now, don't look so worried because I'm not going to ask for money. You see, I've got a problem. Oh. Yes, last week I rang Melanie Brady. Now, she's crackers about dancing and wants to learn the lambada. Well, I invited her to come along this week so that our choreographer, Chris Power, could teach her to do a bit of lambading on the show. But unfortunately, poor old Melanie's gone down with the flu and she can't come. Oh. What a shame. So I'm going to pick one of you ladies sitting out there in our audience. Oh, you should see them all up there. They're all saying, oh, I hope to gosh she doesn't. All shrinking in their seats, aren't you? Yes. Yes, well, I know I'm going to pick, yes. Surprise, surprise, it's you, Jeanette Willett. Yes, it is you, Jeanette. Come down and join me, please. I want to have a chat. Oh, welcome to Surprise, Surprise.
Just a surprise.
Except you're wondering why you're here.
I am.
And you tell me all about you.
I haven't a clue.
Well, it's all your friends sitting up there. No, not till after the show. Actually, they tell me that you trips are like fantastic. You're very light one. You do. What's your favourite kind of dance?
Tap.
Tap. Oh, well, you're not going to do that now. No, you're going to do the lambada.
Oh.
Do you like the lambada?
Yes, very nice.
Oh.
Depends who you do it with.
Well, funny you should say that because we've got the perfect teacher. He's gorgeous. He's our very own choreographer, Chris Power. Oh. He's going to put you through your paces. Come in, Chris. How's that for a partner?
Lovely.
You've sent it back. Chris, now this is Jeanette here now. How do you think she'll fare?
I think she'll fare very well by the looks of it, yeah.
You're going to create a routine for her?
We are, yes. She looks absolutely perfect partner.
Jeanette, are you looking forward to this?
Yes, smashing.
You little liar! Oh, I'm so thrilled for you, Jeanette. We'll see you later, all right? Go off with our Chris, and we'll see you later, ladies and gentlemen. Jeanette and Chris. Well, now, earlier this week, our Bob went to Biggleswade in Bedfordshire. What a busy bee. He went to surprise Don Pryor, who was a part-time member of the fire service. But first, he spoke to Don's firefighting mate, Rex Skinner.
So, Rex, what made you nominate Don for a fix-it?
Well, Don's been a farmer for the last 25 years. He's been our station officer for the last 5 years. And all the lads respect him, and he deserves the award.
He's a good one.
He's a good one.
Now, very shortly you've got some drill practice, haven't you, with your watch? So, if you go and join them, I'll hide over here and we'll get him.
Okay, fine.
Fire station, isn't this nice? All that attention and everything. Don Pryor, is it? Hello, Don. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Cilla sent me down here to hop this station up a little bit. Your friend Rex Skinner has written and told us all about you. Joe. That's right. What you...
been asked for.
I'm afraid they're quite right. You have been asked, because this is surprise, surprise. We're not from any ministry or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, Rex has told me that for years you've been dedicated to the fire service. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
How many call-outs have you had last year?
220.
262, I think.
262. And I also happen to know... Is he a good governor, by the way? Fine, Sam, Now, I also happen to know, Don, that you're a fan of London's Burning, is that right?
That's correct.
Well, we have arranged for you to make a guest appearance in one of their episodes of London's Burning.
Oh.
How would you feel about that? The profile, listen, look, it's perfect, Don. You're in.
Lovely.
Now, you will need an agent, and the 25%, actually, I can look after you, because...
Hello, Don. Hiya.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Toby. I'm the third assistant on London's Burning. Thank you for coming.
Pleasure.
See you didn't bring your agent along.
No, I can't afford to bring it.
Good. Okay. Well, first off, I think we'll take you to see Jules in makeup.
Lovely.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Just pop it around you. Is this the first time that you've worn makeup, Don?
It certainly is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's fine, thank you. Okay?
How accurate are you with getting the costumes?
Well, we're very accurate. We have actually got, we have great support from the fire brigade, and they keep us on course.
These are a better pair of trousers what mine are. Do you have to do any training for this, you know, fire service training?
Yeah, before each series we train, I think about the 2 weeks. There's always new equipment coming in, so we've been doing this for 5 series now.
It seems funny that I'm up here today as a firefighter and talking to actors, and I've got now go as a firefighter to an actor. Can you give me any tips when I get on the set of how to go on?
Don't wear too much makeup. Firemen don't wear makeup very generally.
Just enjoy yourself. That's the main thing.
Yeah, good luck, yeah?
Thank you.
You're going to need it. You'll love it.
One 197 take 1A camera.
What do you want, Governor?
Malcolm, hang about! There's gas cylinders down there. What about George and Kelly? Get them out, right? In about 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action!
They're wearing radios? Yeah, Signo's got it. John, you and Colin get the A on. Matt, I need a safety backup crew and a damn mate to burst those cylinders. Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, it's all right. Great.
Well done. Give my
Thank you.
regards to Biggleswade.
I certainly will. Thanks very much, Nobby, for all you've done. Great.
Good on you, mate. Madhouse, isn't it? Stick to the day job.
Do you want to find out what happens next? Yes. Well, you can't. No, you're going to have to wait for the brand new series of London's Burning, which starts this autumn. And talking of fires and all that, reminds me of the time me and Bobby were going on holiday a few years back. We were just about to get on a plane when I said, "Hey, Bobby, we'll have to go back home. I've just remembered. I've left the chip pan on in the kitchen. The house could burn down." Bobby said, "No, love, it won't. I've just remembered. I left the tap running in the bathroom." But I digress. We are now going to take a trip over the water because this week our surprise Olympics are taking place in Belfast. Now we're into week 4 of our Olympic sports competition, And don't forget that the final on our last show will be between the schools with the highest scores. So far, the three with the most points are Nunnery Wood with 101, Wheatley Park with 63, and Howard of Effingham with 56. So let's join our Tessa Sanderson at the Maysfield Leisure Centre in Belfast and find out who the teams are tonight. Hello, Tessa.
Hi, Cilla.
Well, it looks as if you've got a few supporters there with you.
Well, there's a bit more than a few tonight, Cilla. On this side, we have the supporters for Grosvenor High School. And on this side, we have the supporters for Our Lady and St Patrick's College, Knock. And here with me, Cilla, I've got Janine. And she's got a joke she's dying to tell you.
Oh, Janine, come on, burst forth with the joke.
An Irishman walked into the butcher's and said, "Can I have 3 slices of bacon?" And the butcher says, "Lean back." And the Irishman goes, "Can I have 3 slices of bacon, please?"
Very good.
Oh, Janine, that's perfect timing. Now tell me, Janine, is your sport as good as your joke?
Yeah, sort of. I like football and volleyball.
Football? Do you play football?
Sometimes.
Well, what position do you play in football?
Midfield.
I have to think about that. How are you going to fare tonight against the opposition?
Well, we're going to beat them.
Well, you know, there's a special referee tonight who loves jokes himself. Where is he, Tessa?
Yes, he does, Cilla. He comes from nearby Coal Island. He's very fond of potting, and his favourite colours are all the reds, followed by yellow, brown, green, blue, pink, and black. Phew, I hope I've got them in the right order. But never mind, it doesn't matter. Here he is, right on cue, former world snooker champion, Dennis Taylor.
Thank you. How are you? Nice to be here. Cilla, how are you? I've always wanted to meet Cilla, you know, I've always wanted to meet her.
Oh, isn't that lovely, Dennis? Welcome to Surprise, Surprise. You look a bit different. I mean, you've got those tiny glasses on. Where are those dirty big glasses you wear?
The dirty big ones are tucked up in bed with my snooker cue, Cilla.
Oh, because you got to see properly when you use the snooker.
Absolutely. But I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun with the boys and girls here in Northern Ireland. It's great to be back again.
Well, I bet you. All the kids love you. You must know that. I mean, what is the secret of being a world champion?
Well, you've got to put an awful lot of hard work in, Cilla, a lot of practice, a lot of dedication, and you need a little bit of luck as well.
That's a lot, as you realise. Well, Dennis, are you going to be able to keep the kids in check tonight?
I'll tell you what, we've got quite a rowdy lot here, but I'm sure we'll be able to handle them, Cilla.
Well, I wish both teams the best of luck. And Tessa,
yes, Cilla.
We shall see you all later, love, all right?
Okay, bye-bye. See you
Hurrah,
later.
then.
Bye.
Good luck. Now let's find out what or who our Bob's been looking for on Searchline.
Now, this is Caroline Lewis and her son Carl, who's 7, aren't you, Carl?
Yes.
Caroline, how can the viewers help?
I'd like to find my half-sister Kim Clayfish, who I've never met before.
Now, this is difficult because I know that your father, Carl Clayfish, sadly died in 1962 when you were only a few months old. So it might jog more memories to tell a bit more about your dad.
Well, he was originally from Cologne in Germany and had a brother Hans and a sister Gertie.
And they were a family of barbers in Germany, weren't they?
Yes, that's right.
Where did your father settle when he moved to the UK, and how old would Kim be now?
I believe he settled near Coventry, and Kim would be in her mid-30s now.
And if perchance she is watching, what would you like to say to Kim?
But I'd very much like to meet her, and I'd like Carl to meet his auntie too.
Would you like to meet your auntie Kim? Yes. Well, let's hope it works out, Carl.
Well, Kim, if you're watching, don't just sit there. Pick up the phone and ring us on 071 222 8070. Now, Joy Walton, who attended Milverton School in Royal Leamington Spa in the early 1950s, recently attended a school reunion. But unfortunately, some of her old pals were not there. So June and Irene Dawson, Barbara Winter, Daphne Sturt, Hazel Millwood and Dorothy Sykes, if you're watching, your friend from Milverton School is hoping you'll give us a call. Now, with me are two sisters, Karen Hare and Audrey Seedhouse. Karen, tell me who you're looking for.
We're looking for his aunt and uncle, Esther and Harold Seed.
Esther and Harold Seed. How old would they be now?
They'd be in the 60s now, Bob.
In the 60s. And how old were you when you last saw them?
I was 13 years old.
13. Now, how old was your father's brother? What was your father's name?
Ray Seed.
Okay, I know that sadly your father died, and it was a difficult time for the family, and sadly the family was split up. And at the same time, unfortunately, you did lose contact with your aunt and uncle. Now, I know that also over the years you've tried very hard to find your family, to piece them back together, with a lot of success. You found all your sisters and your brothers, and the lovely sister Audrey here. But the missing piece to your jigsaw is finding your aunt and uncle. So, Harold and Esther Seed, if you're watching, please call Searchline now on 071 222 8070. Let's hope they are watching. Back to you, Cilla.
Thanks a lot, Bob. But before you let the girls go, a little birdie told me, is it your birthday today, Audrey? Yeah. Oh, everybody, happy birthday, Audrey. Audrey, I've got a birthday card for you, and it's quite big. So will you come down and collect it, please? And Karen, will you join as well? You need a helping hand. It's ever so big, this birthday card. How are you enjoying your birthday so far?
It was all right getting here. We've had nothing but trouble since we got here.
Well, never mind. Got a lovely drink for you after the show. The bed collapsed. The bed. Tell me more. Tell me more, Audrey. The bed collapsed. I don't wish to pry. It's not going any further. How did the bed collapse?
That's so funny.
So, how did that delay you getting here then?
Oh, no, the train was fine. It just, one calamity after another.
Oh, I see. So it's been one of those days, and it's your birthday. Oh, well, here's the card. Let's get the card on. Could you bring the card on? It's a big one. If you're going to have a card, have a big one. Bring on the card. There you go. Is that nice?
It's a big one.
It is a big one. Is that a nice surprise or what?
I'm not going to get that on the Pullman.
How are you going to get your aunt and uncle on the Pullman? That's what I want to know. You haven't seen them for 40 years. There they are. We found them for you. Esther. Oh, look at Harold. There they are. I think we better take a break there. See you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. Well, it's time to dial a few digits, and I'm going to ring a Mrs. Marion Irvine, who I hear is a bit of a swinger. No, it's not what you're thinking. She swings wooden clubs to music. Well, to each his own, I say. Let's find out if she'll come and swing a few clubs for us next week. And it's 10 digits this week, and here we go. Oh, there's nothing there yet. Oh. Can you hear that? So can I. She might be swinging the clubs now. Hello? Hello, can I speak to Marion Irvine, please? Speaking. Hello, Marion. Surprise, surprise, it's Cilla here. Yes. What? What's so funny, Marion? Marion? I didn't interrupt your club swinging, did I, Marion? Marion?
No.
Marion, I hear you do this club swinging. That's why I've called you, you see. I want to know what all this club swinging is about. What is it?
I'll kill my daughter.
I've got an audience here, Marion, all dying to know what you do at these clubs.
I don't know what I'll do with them now.
Pardon?
I don't know what I'll do with them now.
Oh, dear. Hey, I'll tell you who told me. Shall I? It's your Bob, your husband, Bob.
I'll kill him.
And he says that when you swing these clubs, he makes you go down the end of the garden to do these clubs.
True.
Why is that?
Well, I put the windows in. I get on loose.
lose one of your clubs. Now, how big are these clubs?
Oh, about 18 inches long.
80. And how many clubs do you hold it? Because I believe...
Two.
Oh, there's only 2. Oh, you don't juggle them then?
Oh, no, just swing them round my head.
So, Marion, let me see, have I got this right? You hold 2 clubs in your hand, 2 big chunks of wood, around about 18 inches. And you swing them round your head. We want you to come on the show next week and swing a few clubs for us here. How do you feel about that?
You're joking.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not, Marion.
You're joking.
No, I just think you've got a whole week to practice.
Oh, I'll kill him.
Now, the thing I want to know is, will you do it? Marion?
Yes.
Yes! Oh, thank goodness for that. Well, I shall look forward to seeing you next week. What are you going to do now, apart from killing off your son and your daughter?
Well, practice.
Practice. Yes, because what does practice make?
What's he done this for, our anniversary?
No, it's your anniversary. When's your anniversary?
Monday.
Monday? Ah, yes. Well, no, I'll send you a bunch of flowers, all right? But only if you come on the show next week, all right?
Oh, God.
No, the name's Cilla. Marion, I can't wait to meet you next week.
Oh.
And will you bring your clubs along and your husband with you?
Let me crash up.
Or whatever turns you on. Because I believe Bob told me that you practice down the end of the garden and you've got these lovely gnomes. All with their heads up. But we don't care. We've thrown caution to the wind and we want to see you next week and I shall look forward to it. All right, Marion?
Yes.
All the best for your anniversary on Monday.
Thank you very much.
Ta-ra then, see you next week.
Ta-ra then, Chuck.
Ta-ra! Well, our Bob was out again this week and he met up with Kevin Edwards and Marjorie Jones.
Kevin, who are you looking for?
I'm looking for my half-brother Kenneth, who I didn't know existed until quite recently.
Marjorie, as Kevin's cousin, tell us, why was it for all those years that he didn't know he had a brother?
Well, none of the family had said anything to him, and I didn't think it was my place to say anything.
Right. Well, Kenneth was brought up by his gran.
Yes.
And it was only recently that Kevin said to you that his one regret is that he didn't have a brother or sister. What happened?
Oh, that's the sign I told them.
About his big brother, Kenneth?
Yes.
How did you know about him?
Well, I went to school with Kenneth for 5 years in Crester, near Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
And my name was Marjorie Howard.
And what was...
his name was Gass.
Kenneth,
He took
yeah.
my grandmother's surname.
Okay, well, Kevin, you've been trying to find Kenneth. What have you found out about him?
That he was in the Royal Navy, and I have a picture of him that was taken 40 years ago. So that would make him 63 years old.
Let's hope we find him.
Thank you.
So, Kenneth Gass, if you're watching, please call us. Now, this is Ron Harvard. Now, Ron, this piece of music I know has a special meaning for you. Many of you might know that that was Sleepwalk by the Shadows. But tell us why it was so special for you.
Well, I and several other lads used to play in a band called Shades of Green on HMS Hampshire. And Sleepwalk was our signature tune.
That was your signature. And when are we talking about? When was this?
In the mid-60s, 1965 to 1967.
Now, I know that you and the lads shared many memorable moments aboard that ship, sailing around the world, and obviously you'd like to get contact with them again to go back through some of those memories.
Yes.
Have you got any names? What were the names?
Yes. Well, there was Sid Hammond, who played the violin bass, Barry Johnson on rhythm guitar, and particularly Ben Beaumont, who was our own Hank Marvin.
He was your lead guitarist, your very own Hank Marvin. It might seem a daft question, this, but how did you lose touch? Surely you exchanged addresses and things like that.
Well, when we returned from the Far East tour, we were all split up and went our separate ways. We all went on leave for several weeks at a time, and some of us left the ship at different times.
All right, Ron. So, Sid Hammond, Barry Johnson and Ben Beaumont, who played with the Shades of Green along with Ron on HMS Hampshire between 1965 and 1967, please contact us on 071 222 8070. The phone lines are open until 10 o'clock tonight, or you can write to us at Searchline, Surprise Surprise, London Weekend Television, Upper Ground, London SE1 9LT. Back to you, Cilla.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Actually, I've got a bit of a searchline myself. Now, this book was found by Fred Jackson when he was serving in Italy in 1943. Fred sent it to us as he thinks whoever lost it might want it back. Mind you, I should think whoever lost it was glad to get rid of it. Look at it. It's the Norton Motorcycle Handbook, and inside it's got a name, Gunnar G. Jones, number 181663. And look at this. Yes, look at that. Now, perhaps that stopped a bullet. Who knows? Well, if anybody does know, get in touch with us. Now, let's go over to Belfast for the latest news from Tessa and Dennis. One of the most exciting sports is the footy. Now, I hear the schools are just about to finish the five-a-side, so who's winning, Tessa?
Well, Cilla, as you can see behind me, the five-a-side football is well underway, and the score so far is 1-0 to Grosvenor High. But let's go and find Dennis and see how he's coping.
Come on, here we go. Ready? Ready? Blue ball.
Well, what about that for a great game of footy, Cilla? And the goals, brilliant. Well, the final score was Reds 3 and Blues 1. And as each team gets 5 points for each goal, that makes 15 for Grosvenor High and 5 points for Our Lady and St Patrick's College. So come on in, Dennis. Tell us, what does that make the overall score?
Well, so far, after 4 events, Tessa, the scores are Our Lady and St Patrick's 41, Grosvenor High 63.
Thanks, Dennis. Well, Cilla, join us later for the relay and hope it's just as exciting as it was last week.
Super Tessa, we shall see you later. Shakespeare said the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. And that's certainly true for Tony Blake, who's a computer analyst from Purley. Tony's friend Philippa Mack wrote and told us that Tony's burning desire is to be an actor. So to help him fulfill his dream, I thought we should give him his big break. First, he had to make the grade, and with Philippa's help, we got him along to an audition for Cilla's Spotlight. Have a look at this, and Kenneth Branagh, if you're watching, eat your heart out.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times. Now, how horrible imagination it is. My gorge rises at it. Here hung those lips I have kissed I know not how oft. Where be your jives now? Your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar. Not one now to mock your own grinning? Quite chapfallen? Now get you to my lady's chamber and tell her. Stick. To this face.
Tony Blake.
Oh, no! be up for this.
Well, I was...
Hello, Cilla.
Hello, Tony. How'd you do?
Thank you.
I was enjoying all that.
Were you?
Yes, what can I say about your Hamlet?
Well, what was it like?
Well...
I spent hours learning this just for a setup.
Well, Tony, the real reason why I'm here, I have to tell you, you have passed the audition.
Oh, really?
Yes. How do you fancy being my leading man?
In what, Cilla?
Oh, it's a secret. It's a surprise. I shall tell you later, because we got a role for you.
What is it? Please, tell me.
I shall reveal all later.
Right.
Walk this way. Can you walk?
Yeah, just about.
Come on, Tony. Oh, some
Thank
sex,
you, Deborah.
son.
Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Surprise Surprise players proudly present Romeo and Juliet, based on William Shakespeare's Whoops, My Codpiece, starring Tony Blake as Romeo.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream, so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Romeo! Romeo! I say, talk, my little chucky egg. I'm up here.
Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night as a winged messenger from heaven. But what is this?
I fight for her with swords, hey nonny, I fight for her with pistols. For Juliet's a lass, hey nonny, with a cracking pair of... Oh.
Oh, Romeo, it's him. Thou must away. Harris, what is thou you're wearing?
Well, they'd run out of codpieces, so I've got fish fingers instead, I think. But stay, Romeo, what treachery is this?
Harris, Romeo loves me.
Oh, he says that to everybody. You should have heard him. You should have heard him last week, down at the Grabber Grubby Goddess night. Otherwise, a mucky meat and he's anybody.
'Tis true, I love the fair Juliet, as surely as the stars do love the heavens.
Yes, you've got away with words, you, haven't you? In fact, wasn't it you who said the pen is mightier than the sword?
'Twas indeed, sirrah.
All right, pal, whip out your ballpoint and we'll have a fight.
Pray not, please not. Do not fight over me.
All right, we'll fight round you.
Oh, Paris. Paris, don't you realise my heart is lost to Romeo? Anyone who ever loved and knows that I love him.
Juliet, Juliet.
What?
Oh, if only I'd known before what I know now. For I would have known as much or as little or not at all as any man could know or not know. You know. Hey, nonny, no.
What's that you say?
I'm not saying it again. Encore.
On guard.
On your bike.
Oh, get on with it. oh.
You Narcissus.
You dog.
Oh.
I get the point. Come here. Infamy! Infamy! You both got it in for me.
Oh, Paris, you appear to be undone.
Oh, I'm sorry. The sweet death has beckoned to release me from this mortal coil. Goodbye, my love. Adieu.
Oh, Juliet, I fear he's died.
Not for the first time, Romeo. He's died in the Hackney Empire, the Glasgow Empire. He's died even in the Liverpool Empire.
Oh, I always do well in Liverpool, sir.
Not what I've heard. Yes, and thus our tale must surely end. But that, my word, you must take. So instead, put your hands together for the lovely, gorgeous Tony Blake. and we are going to pop, but we will be back in a couple of minutes to find out the score from Belfast, and of course to do the lambada. Adieu. Mwah. Welcome back. Well, now, as you can imagine, we get loads of letters on this show. In fact, a lot of letters. But here's one. I'd love to read this out. A little boy by the name of Terry, and he lives in Leatherhead in Surrey, and he writes, "Dear Cilla, can you help me? You do lots of surprises on your show, so I thought you could think of something nice I could do to surprise my mum." Ah, yes. Last week, I surprised her by putting a spider in her bed. She didn't like that. I'm not surprised. Lots of love, Terry. Well, young Terry, if you are watching, I'll tell you a few things you could do which will give your mum a nice surprise. 1, have a bath. 2, tidy up your room. And 3, go to bed when you're told. No more spiders. Oh, I'm going to cheat the thought of it. Well, now it's time for a bit of dirty dancing. You know, we were doing dirty dancing in Liverpool when Patrick Swayze was still wearing short trousers. It's true. You'd be surprised what went on in the cabin on a Saturday night. So let's find out how Jeanette Willis has been getting on with her lambada lessons. Come in, Jeanette. Oh, Jeanette, I love the outfit. I love the outfit. Are you looking forward to this?
I am.
Have a sit down here. Yes, you were surprised, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah, and we went through a lot of trouble, you know, trying to find you the perfect partner, because we wanted a perfect night for you.
Well, he's lovely.
He's lovely, Chris Powell. Well, surprise, surprise, he's not your partner. No, we wanted to pull all the stops out for you, Jeanette, on this show. You know what, I phoned up John Travolta. I did, and he wasn't free. Then I phoned up Michael Jackson, and he wasn't free. But then I struck gold. And when somebody answered the phone, I heard the words I was longing to hear.
I'm free.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely John
Wonderful to see you.
Fabulous outfit.
Don't you look nice? Sit
Have a
yourself
sit
down.
down. Oh, yeah, make yourself come. Oh, gee. What can I say? I'm ever so thrilled to have you on. Surprise, surprise. What do you think of our John, Jeanette?
Oh, it's great.
Bless you.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see you, too.
And John, I must say, can we talk about your... Do you like the outfit?
I think there's enough for both of us.
I want to talk about your new series, because you've been shocking me, I must say.
Why?
Well, the way, I mean, you've always, I hope you don't mind me saying, every week I've watched, you've ended up in bed with that lovely Mavis lady.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Mavis Mole Turd. Lovely name. It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Well, come on, tell us all about it. How come?
Well, you see, it's a bit of a shock to me. I don't know quite how it happened, but there in the script, at the end of each show, I end up in bed with her.
Oh.
Everybody's very jealous.
Yeah. How was it for you, then?
I didn't know which way to turn.
And I noticed you've still got, oh, Mr. Peacock.
Oh, Captain Peacock.
Yeah.
Yes, he's there. He gets on my nerves.
Why?
Well, I mean, a name like that to start with. Peacock. The old P and no wonder I
Willis? Oh, yes, because we're both called Willis, you know. I'm a Mrs. Willis. Yeah, Mrs. Cilla Willis, and she's Jeanette Willis.
Yes, are you really both the same name?
Yes.
Well, isn't that nice? Nobody's got a bite.
I know Jeanette is absolutely dying to get you on that floor.
Oh. You fruity little thing.
Are you ready for this, Jeanette?
I think so.
Are you ready, John?
Oh, it's every man for himself.
Well, you take up your positions, if you pardon the expression, and I'll give you the big build-up. Good luck, Jeanette. Ladies and gentlemen, it's lambada time. with John and Jeanette. Oh, Jeanette, that was fabulous, marvellous, and that great audience, yes? And it's all very big thanks to Jeanette for being such a good sport. And also a very special thanks to John Inman. Well, it's time now to catch up with our Bob and the latest update on Searchline. What's the news, Bob?
Well, Cilla, last week Anne and Ted Wareham were on the show talking about two friends, Una and Brian Logan, who they haven't seen for over 25 years, not since Ted was stationed in Gibraltar with the Royal Engineers. Well, we've managed to trace them, and the two couples will be getting together sometime in the summer, and by the sounds of Una, it's going to be a bit of a knees-up. I also chatted to Rose Davis. Now, Rose was trying to locate Reggie Shelton and Geoffrey Cooper. The two of them were like brothers to Rose when they grew up together on a farm called Meadowcroft in Kelsale, Suffolk, during the 1920s. We found Reggie, but we're still looking for Geoffrey. So if anyone knows the whereabouts of Geoffrey Cooper, please give us a call. And the same goes for Norma Pierce, Sylvia Young, and Doris Commercial Company in Holborn between 1945 and 1951. Last week I mentioned that Daphne Ruffy, nee Livett, would love to have a reunion with them to relive her teenage years. So girls, or anyone who knows them, please get in touch on the usual number, 071 222 8070. Now back to you, Cilla.
Thanks a lot, Bob. See you next week. But right now, let's join our outside broadcast in Belfast for the obstacle relay. Now, Tessa, it looks like something of an assault course from here.
You're not kidding, Cilla. But we've got something a little bit different in our relay this week, haven't we, Dennis?
Yes, Tessa. Now, boys and girls, I want you to pay attention. I've got a special surprise envelope from Cilla. Inside it are the special surprise instructions. You're going to like this. After climbing the airframe, you collect a custard pie, run through the tires, throw your pie at the teacher, and then... No. But the target on the teacher is his face. You've got to throw it on his face. So get yourself ready. Okay, in position. Be under orders. Get set. Go.
College. And that gives them 61 points. And Grosvenor High, 63 points. So that makes our overall winners Grosvenor High School. Which means Grosvenor High School and us are our second high scoring school. So they could go into our grand final at Crystal Palace.
Oh, super. But Tessa, you know, it's a shame that there's got to be winners because I enjoyed that tremendously. I did. Well done, kids. And look at his face. Now, the teachers there, I thought they were ever so brave, Tessa.
They were, weren't they, with all that custard pies?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that, Cilla.
And I love the way you blame me, Dennis. Thanks a bunch. Dennis, have you enjoyed refereeing tonight?
Absolutely smashing. And it's got me fit as well, Cilla, I think.
Well, thanks a lot for being on Surprise, Surprise. All our best to the kids over there in Belfast, and all our best to Tessa. Now, Tessa, I do believe next week you're in Welsh Wales, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm in Newport. Let's hope it's sunny.
Yes, well, that's lovely for you, isn't it? Thanks a lot once again, everyone. Well done. Good night. God bless. Ta-ra, then.
Bye-bye, Cilla.
Right. Well, I think it's about time we had another surprise for somebody sitting right here in our studio audience. And I'm not going to say who it is, but I will give you a few clues. And let's see how long it takes this person to realise it's them I'm talking about. Well, first of all, it's a woman. It's another woman. All right, lads, you can all relax now. Now, who recognises this picture? Well, that was what the car looked like until a few months ago. Then it ended up looking like this, all burnt out. Yes, you've twigged, haven't you, Edith Fulford? I'm talking about you. Come down here. Surprise, surprise. Come on, Edith. Have a sit down there, Edith. It's a shock and a surprise.
Yes.
But you've got this car. Tell us what happened. What an awful thing to happen to your car. How did it get all burnt out, love?
Well, just happened, Cilla.
Just one of those things.
Yes.
But you've got a lovely family, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us.
Lovely.
They all bought you a new car, didn't they?
Yes.
They all saved up.
She handed me an envelope.
Yes.
And inside was the keys to a car.
Ah, wasn't that a lovely
It's
surprise?
marvellous.
Well, you've got a super family, but, you know, you must have wondered how they managed to save up that money in such a short time.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I shall tell you how they did that, because they were saving up really for a ticket for you to fly over to South Africa to see your sister Betty. Yes. Yes. Well, you can't go now because they spent all the money on the car. But don't worry, it doesn't matter, because we've flown her all the way over here. You haven't seen her for over 20 years. Here's your sister Betty. Come in, Betty. Yeah. Well, I'm afraid the clock's beaten us one more time. And it's time to say goodbye for another week. I'd like to thank everyone who's taken part in tonight's show, especially the lovely Tessa Sanderson, our very own Bob Carroll Jeeves. So see you next week.